What's up, y'all? Hey, if you are looking to relocate to Northeast Tennessee and you're wondering, I need an area that's close to where I work or where my group is or where my gym is or my church is or whatever, but I don't want to be in the city, right? Whether that's Johnson City or Kingsport, I have the perfect location for you. Today, we are going to talk about Gray, Tennessee, which is perfectly situated in between both Johnson City and Kingsport. So Gray, Tennessee is definitely quieter and more open and rural, but also offers neighborhoods that are perfect for the person who enjoys living there. And that may sound like obvious logic, but sometimes people relocate to Tennessee and they go, I want to live out in the middle of nowhere. And we have places for you, don't worry. If you want to live in a neighborhood where you want to be close to people and close to grocery stores and restaurants and a gym, then again, I really think Gray is the perfect place for you. I'm going to break down neighborhoods, the school districts, what you can expect as far as restaurants and shopping, proximity, everything like that. All right, let's jump right in. And before I get started, I need you to do something really important for me. I need you to subscribe to this channel. My name is DJ and I help relocators just like you relocate to this area. I break down the neighborhoods. I talk to you about local businesses. I help you understand what to expect when you are moving to this area. So I need you to subscribe and leave a comment if you have any question whatsoever, but you are going to learn everything you need to know about Gray, Tennessee today. So geographically, Gray is right smack dab between Johnson City and Kingsport, Tennessee. Great proximity. You jump right on 26 and get to Johnson City or Kingsport, or maybe you work out towards Blountville, or maybe towards Greenville or Jonesboro, and you jump on 81. It is right there near the interstate. It is perfect for commuting if that's something you have to do. So something I really like talking about are the anchors of the community, or something that you're gonna spend your time doing other than being inside your home. One thing really cool Gray has is a fossil site. That is absolutely correct. You heard me right. There are fossils that we found in Gray, Tennessee. They have an active dig site where they're finding dinosaur bones, and also the Hands-On Discovery Museum, which is a kids museum that talks about all sorts of science stuff. I have a great interview with Sarah on another YouTube channel I run about local businesses in this area, and she talks about everything they have going on. It is an amazing place to go for your family, but that is right there in Gray, Tennessee. We're talking 5 to 10 minutes away from where you may potentially be living. Another amazing place is the Appalachian Fairgrounds. So every year they have the Appalachian Fair. Y'all, this is amazing. We have CMA award-winning guests play at this fairground. They have monster trucks, they have a demolition derby, they have tons of fair rides, tons of fair food, tons of farming exhibits. It is truly one of the best things to do in the summer around here, but that is also right there in Gray, Tennessee. And at the fairgrounds as well, they have multiple different types of hobby shows like boat shows, home shows. That takes place right there throughout the year. And then also in the winter and around Christmas time, they have an amazing light show that is one of the better ones that we have around here. So we have the Bristol Motor Speedway, of course, that's in Bristol. And then this light show, which very different vibe from the Bristol show, but still an amazing place to go and spend some family time. This other location is something you may not even use ever in your life, but it's something cool I wanted to highlight. We have an old quarry they've turned into a dive location. So over 3 acres of water at 70 plus feet. You can go there and dive. If that is your hobby, y'all, you have found the place to go. It is amazing. It is awesome. Something I haven't personally done myself, but it is something that is right there off the interstate in Gray. So one thing I want to highlight is Gray also has a ton of local restaurants, local coffee houses, ice cream shops, restaurants, as well as different chain restaurants that you may like. So those are all located right there in Gray, Tennessee. So if you have a feeling for local made, great, we could check that box for you. But if you also want to make sure that you can get something that you have always grown up getting, whether that be Waffle House, McDonald's, anything like that, that is going to be there as well. The biggest thing I want you to take away about Gray is that it offers central convenience, but also not the density of the city. So we have both neighborhoods and rural homes with some land that you could buy, all within Gray, Tennessee. So you've come this far, and remember, subscribe. Got to put that down on there. You've come this far and you want to know, what is it like living in Gray, Tennessee? What is the feel? What is the vibe? What can I expect? Again, I'm DJ, I got the answers for you. So it's suburban, but also semi-rural. In the area directly around Johnson City, there are some smaller lots, right? They're neighborhoods, but the lots are smaller. In and around Gray, there's also larger lots, right? So you have a little bit more land. Neighborhoods have subdivisions with bigger tracts. The homes are newer, but there's also some more well-established neighborhoods, maybe not built in the last 5 years, if that's something you're really focused on. They also have a lot of what we would call PUDs, P-U-Ds, planned unit developments. Think of this essentially as a condo on land where everyone has a shared interest in the land around it. We'll have a separate video talking about that here locally so you can understand more. Essentially, it's more of a low maintenance lifestyle living. There's also lake condos, lake homes, but also manufactured homes on land. Around here, we have price points around $250,000 to $1 million plus. It has everything you may need as far as what you're looking for. Again, proximity is our biggest focus right here. So it's a quiet but still active community, and there's tons of neighborhoods. I think I'm gonna give you over 20 different neighborhood names for you to research and figure out what you may like. Those come with HOAs. And again, there's gonna be a separate video that we have linked that will talk about HOAs in Tennessee. But what I want you to know too is there's also some land that there comes with no subdivision restrictions. There comes with no HOAs. There comes with no guidance whatsoever. I get a ton of people that reach out to me and go, I wanna live in Tennessee, but I don't want an HOA. We have the answer for you. So what would some local lifestyle touches be in Gray? Well, one place I really love is Stillwater's Coffee House. It is locally owned. It's a family that runs it. You could go in there. They also have a little kids play area in the back. I have 4 kids. I've shared this before. It's something that my kids take over very quickly, but if you're a parent and you want to meet some friends there and they have some other kids as well, it is great. That is the place you want to go. They have toys. They have a space for you to be a family. It's awesome. 10 out of 10. I couldn't recommend them anymore. There's a local owned hot dog place called the Hot Dog Hut. Now there's a place in Kingsport and they also have a place in Gray. A family owns it. They have kids about my age. I love supporting them. It's great. If that's something you have a affinity for, I know everyone doesn't love hot dogs, but that is another local touch we have here. We have our McDonald's, we have our Burger King, we have our Dairy Queen, don't worry, but we also have local places like that. If you have a sweet tooth and you go, hey, I really need some ice cream, like 2 minutes down the road from the 2 places I just named, there's a local owned ice cream place as well. It's called The Scoop. You could go in there, get your ice cream sundaes, your milkshakes, your banana splits, whatever you may like. It is the place to go if you want ice cream in that area. So now you can see why Gray, Tennessee is so popular both with relocating families and people looking to retire to the area. It has everything you may need in a close proximity and offers homes for both families, multi-generational living, but also maybe main level living for people who hold that in high regard. Another thing I wanted to highlight were the grocery stores you can expect there. So we have your Food City, which is local to the area. You have your Ingles, which is based out of Boone, North Carolina, but kind of local to the south. But also you have a local grocery store called the Black Sheep Marketplace. They have a health food focus, but they also have a coffee bar there as well. It's awesome. You need to check it out if you're moving to the area. So Gray really feels like a community first living space with convenience built in. All right, I'm gonna give you some quick data. Over the last 90 days, there have been about 100 homes sold in the Gray, Tennessee area. Currently today, when I pull this, there's 105 homes, ranging from everywhere from $250,000 to $1 million plus. So depending on what type of budget you're at, you're going to find it in Gray. So all these different homes are there with the proximity to what you may like. To me, if you're gonna be looking at areas, this is maybe one of the ones I'm gonna put higher on the list, solely based on the fact of proximity, things to do around the area, restaurants, everything I've just described is a perfect focus for what you may be looking for in the Northeast Tennessee area. So over 100 homes sold in the last 90 days, 100 homes on the market right now. What does that tell us? Inventory is turning over. People are listing their home and they're selling it within about 90 days. Why is this important to you? So if you pull a search right now, you're gonna see the homes on the market that people haven't bought yet. But if you take about a 30 to 60 day window and look at the homes in the area, what's coming to market and what's going under contract, that'll give you a really good idea of how quickly things are going and what is selling, but also what isn't selling. So what do you get at each price point in the area. So let's go to the $300,000 and below. Here you're gonna get maybe some smaller homes, older, maybe a little bit less land, maybe some manufactured homes, but a great place if you're a first-time home buyer, or if you are focused on not having any sort of mortgage payment whatsoever. Maybe somewhere around 1,200 square foot, at least 2 bedrooms, maybe 1.5 bathrooms, a brick ranch, maybe something like that. But something that will be definitely move-in ready closer to 300,000, somewhat level lot, but something that you can move into relatively quickly and live your life accordingly. So the next range would be 300,000 to 650,000, wide range, but this is really where most of the homes are selling. So these homes would definitely be over 2,000 square foot, what we would call family homes or generational living areas. They offer maybe larger lots in subdivisions, or they would come with a little bit more land, and perfect for someone who holds that in high regard, right? I'm a family guy, my wife and I have 4 kids. This is kind of the area I would personally be looking, but they also offer PUDs, which we remember were planned unit developments, and condo living. So there are some 2 to 3 bedroom homes with at least 2 bathrooms, 1 level, nice move-in ready, that would be around this price point. So if that's something where you go, hey, I need something like that, I don't want to have to do anything, I want to spend about $450,000, you're going to find this in Gray, Tennessee. All right, the last price point, $650,000 and above. What are we going to find here? Very well-established neighborhoods, large homes, at least 4 bedrooms, over 2,500 square feet, and maybe even potentially homes that are on the lake, on Boone Lake here in the area. If lake living is what you're focused on, then I believe Gray may have the home that you are looking for. All right, so let's break down the neighborhoods, and more importantly, we're gonna talk about schools first, what schools will be around Gray, Tennessee, their niche.com rating. Again, my disclaimer, this isn't my rating, this is just something found on the internet. I want you to take a deeper dive into it. This is just like an entry level for you. So what elementary and middle schools are in Gray, Tennessee? So there's 4. There may be some one-offs that may be zoned as you are kind of further out towards the edges of the county. But for the most part, these are the 4 elementary and middle schools. A lot of them are kindergarten through 8th grade. Some offer pre-K as well. These are the schools in their corresponding grade. So Gray Elementary and Middle School is a B+, according to niche.com. Ridgeview Elementary and Middle School is a B+ as well, according to niche.com. Sulphur Springs is a B, and Boones Creek is a B. Now, I have friends who send their kids to all these schools. I've never heard one complaint other than the usual, right? There's always going to be complaints about schools. They can never get 100% of everyone completely happy. But in general, and this is very important, I want you to understand this, we don't have bad schools in this area. We just have schools that are maybe not as good as the other schools. And you may hear that and go, well, DJ, then that makes it a bad school. No, I would be very confident sending my children to these schools that I'm talking about today, because I'm an involved parent. I'm focused on making sure I take what the teacher says and adding to it, but also to making sure I'm involved with my children. If you're gonna send your kids to a school and completely expect the teachers to do everything for them, well, you're probably gonna be upset no matter what school you go to. All right, let's talk about high schools. There's 2 high schools in this area that your kids may go to. It would be Daniel Boone High School, which niche.com gives it a B-, and then Davy Crockett High School, which niche.com gives it a C+. Again, do your own research, figure out what may be best for you. I've had friends go to both of those. They all turned out fine. So you're looking for an upscale neighborhood, large home, well-established neighborhood, people who take really good care of their homes. These places definitely have an HOA, but they're focused on making sure the neighborhood is presentable and pristine. These are the neighborhoods you may want to research at a higher level. The first would be Lake Harbor Estates. This is on Boone Lake. Has lake access for you if you don't have a dock already with your property, but is a very highly regarded neighborhood. Definitely something to check out if you're looking in the 750 and above category. The next neighborhood is The Bend at Walnut Springs. Now, these homes are all newer builds within the last 5 years. Pretty level streets if you're active. That's a big focus for you, whether you get your dog out there, you want to walk with your family. in general, you just want to be active, ride your bike, walk around there, this would be a place for you to check out. The homes here have very clean layouts, very open floor plans, normal and customary for this area, and they're also in pretty high demand. So these homes come up pretty often, but they also sell pretty often as well. Next up is Williams Landing. So this is an upscale neighborhood, tons of great curb appeal here, great for multi-generational families, or someone who again is looking for a 4-bed, at least 25, 3,000, 4,000 square foot house. The same could be said for the meadows at Sunset Ridge and also the cliffs at Ridgeview Meadows. Both of those last two neighborhoods have some amazing views of the mountains around this area, so check that neighborhood out if mountain views are something you're very focused on. And the last three I want to talk to you about are Daniels Ridge, Highland Park, and Chestnut Cove. All offer very well-maintained homes, great neighborhoods, upscale, larger homes that you will be focused on if that is something you hold in high regard. All these price points will definitely be above 500K, although there may be a couple around 450, but you should expect to spend about 450,000 and up in these neighborhoods I just named off. So the next neighborhoods I want to talk about are kind of like move up neighborhoods. Definitely not your older homes that have been flipped or rehabbed or manufactured homes or anything like that. But if you're moving to the area and you want to make sure that you get the most value for your dollar, this is exactly where I would be looking. Neighborhoods like Windsong, Wiltshire, Walker's Bend, Keebler Meadows, which is by D.R. Horton. We have a ton of information on that builder as well. We will link that video here. And also a neighborhood called Hillendale. These neighborhoods have a great mixture of homes, whether that's a ranch with a basement, a raised ranch where there's a finished space in the basement, a split foyer, or some type of 2-story home that's on a slab. All of those can be found here. Neighborhoods are a focus in gray that we have tons of them as well, as you can see by what I'm naming off. These areas are great for families that are relocating here, but also buyers that want a mix of price point and value. A lot of these homes you'll see have vinyl siding, maybe on a slab, won't be as much brick, but there will be interior features like large square footage that you may focus on, and also a decent price per square foot ratio. So if you're watching this video and you go, DJ, you haven't said anything yet about low maintenance living, condos, I want basically to move into a townhome or something like that and have absolutely no maintenance whatsoever. I want an HOA to take care of everything. I'm a busy professional, I'm a retiree, this is my focus. Don't worry, I got you. We have it. The villas at Old Mill, the villas at Walker Bend, the Reserve at Chapel Cove, Stonegate, and the Groves on Boone Lake, which are actually condos on the lake with lake views and dock access. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous. All of these are low maintenance, but also offer a lock and leave lifestyle, right? So basically you show up to your home, or if you travel a lot, these are great for you. If you want a second home in this area, this is what I would focus on for you. So who is Gray perfect for? Also a reminder, subscribe to the channel, like it, leave a comment, do all the stuff, follow me on social media. Reach out to me if you have questions. That's what I'm here for. I'm making these videos to answer the questions you may have. That's what I like to do. So Gray is a perfect fit for you if you want central access to both Johnson City and Kingsport. There's also Jonesboro, Greenville. Those cities are kind of in the area to the west of Johnson City, but if you're focused on those two cities, this is a perfect area for you. If you value quiet living, this is where you want to focus on. You want space, but you don't want to go fully rural. You don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere where there are no neighbors and no one can see you. This is the perfect place for you. And finally, if you're relocating with a family or you want to retire to this area, this has to be high on your list for an area to check out. So who is this not ideal for? You want to be able to walk to a downtown area. Gray is not the place for you. You want nightlife. There's no nightlife in Gray, Tennessee. I'm going to let you know right now. Do not look to do things past 11 o'clock in this area. Pretty much everything's shut down. You need a dense city infrastructure. If that sounds like you, not where we want to go. Not what we want to do. This is not the place for you at all. This next part is my favorite section. This is what Google won't tell you, right? So you're looking to relocate to this area, you're Googling things, you're looking at the answers. I'm here to tell you what they won't tell you about Gray, Tennessee. It is one of the most strategically located areas in the Tri-Cities. You get out of your neighborhood, you jump on one of the main roads, you get on the interstate and you go where you need to go. That's it, boom. If people in this area are working and they're not working from home, they're commuting. And they're gonna commute to either Johnson City or Kingsport, but they're also going to commute back to this area because they feel like it's perfectly in the middle of both cities. So if you're a healthcare worker, that's a big, huge job in this area, or if you work at Eastman or one of the supporting companies, most of the people live in this area. There's a ton of inventory, but it varies by price range. Like we shared before, everywhere from $250,000 to over $1 million and everything in between. You can find exactly what you're looking for in Gray, Tennessee. Unless you're looking for homes with a lot of acreage, then that's something you won't find here. Or if you do, there's not gonna be very much. So with that being said, you may drive around the area, you're gonna find manufactured homes on some land, but you're also gonna find $1 million mansions on the lake, all within Gray, Tennessee. So Northeast Tennessee has a great amount of different locations that may be perfect for you. It's super balanced, but as you're looking, you need someone to guide you and to look at the right places and to point you in the right direction for what you may be interested in. So how do you know which area is best for you? You gotta sit down with a professional that is gonna know the area well. You figure out what is most important to you. You break down which areas may be a focus for you as well. Maybe Gray, Tennessee's on that list, maybe not. You'll know by the end of this video. Then you go out and take a look at the homes virtually, whether that's FaceTime, a Zoom meeting, maybe you have a family member that can accompany me on a showing with you. That's what you're focused on. You want to figure out what the listing photos look like versus what they look like in real life. I guarantee you there's going to be a drastic difference. If you can, travel to the area. Figure out which areas don't work for you, right? I'm not redlining any sort of area whatsoever. That's a huge disclaimer, something I can't do. You need to figure out what area doesn't work for you. The best way to do that is driving around and definitely marking the places that you want to live on the list, but also figuring out which areas are not going to work for you and your family. And then once we've done all that, we find the right home and we figure out writing the best offer to get you the most amount of house for the best value whatsoever. And that's one of my specialties. So if you've watched this video and you're looking to relocate to this area and now Gray is on your list, or maybe it's not, maybe there's another area, I need you to reach out to me. Text me, call me, email me, fill out the information form on my website, Smoke Signals, Pony Express, whatever you need to do, reach out to me. Let's get a plan in place and figure out how we can get you to Northeast Tennessee. Y'all, thank you for sticking around and watching this video again. My name is DJ. I own the Slivka property group through Keller Williams in Johnson City, Tennessee, and it has been a pleasure educating you on Gray, Tennessee today.